Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Astonishing here, and I think by the time I posting this video, it will be a happy new year to you guys and to myself too. Happy 2025. It's been a long journey for 2024. It's been a bit roller coaster for me in terms of my living and also in terms of FGO content and everything. Yeah, a lot of happened back in the scene. I think it's a very adventurous journey for 2024. Some have been good, some have been bad. But I will take the most positive for 2024, bring into 2025, and moving forward for a better life, better content for you guys on 2025. Today for you guys, I want to say that thank you for all of you have watching my video, who subscribe to my channels. As of now, I reaching 206 subscribers. I think it's not a lot, but for me it's a lot for me, because I not doing this video content just purposely for be content creator for a full-time job, because for me it's not relevant to be a content creator full-time at this moment. If you start 10 years 5 years ago, during back in COVID, I think yes, it's viable. But for me, it's better for me to have a real job that have a pension that could help me in when back in the where I'm old, and at the same time maybe I have a side income from this YouTube in upcoming, so I do it slowly, and I enjoy most of the time I'm making every content that I've made. I never put any kind of pressure on the too much on this YouTube content. Some of figures, FGO content, everything. Yeah, I do. If I have a slot during a weekend, I will do. Plus, I also do some study for improve my education on the weekend. So yeah, I found every time I found that have an empty space, that's where the time that I steal a bit that time and do some editing, just say simple editing. So that's why in my video most of the time just simple editing, not much of editing. So that's the kind of way I can do more faster, and at the same time I still enjoy it. And everything that I want to share is approach to you guys, and yeah, hope everyone enjoy with that kind of stuff that I post. And yeah, like I said, 200 subscribers, and I do it slowly. Maybe for the next year we can gain more and more as the time goes by. I really appreciate to people who comment, who share my video, likes, comment, everything. I really appreciate. So moving forward to 2025 and for a better content, so yeah, maybe approach to many kind of viewers, so you guys more enjoy. So from this video, I just yapping, doesn't have anything that invisible to on the video. So but in the front I put there what's next for 2025, and I can say there's something that will be changed, something that will be unchanged, and some things to be have a downgrade. So I think the thing that easy to be say that unchanged is FGO content. This is where my channel's growing up from the time that I make these YouTube channels. I start with a diecast, but it's not getting any kind of feedback that towards viewers, and then I decide to, I play FGO for a while, and then I decide to do some gacha content on this channels and do some videos, and it looks like it's catch up very well, and that is where I decide to continue onwards, whether NA stuff or JP stuff. And I think it's easy for me to say that there's nothing to be changed for FGO and A and JP also. Maybe less on a JP because I have not much time. Maybe for really big stuff that happen, maybe I will do some stuff involved in JP side. For the NA, there will be no change much, but for the NA for the 2025 will be have a lot of new good kind of servant that I will prioritize, because most of the time I play as F2P. Only I do a cache in for GSSR, and yeah, I think I need to do more careful on which kind of banner that I will going all out, which banner that I will maybe do some small roll, maybe 30 senquas or 60 90 something. So yeah, I think I have, because as the time goes by, my FGO account, whether my main or alternate account, already on a good shape. For a boss skill, I never put on that side because I really not getting into a boss fight like challenge quest or something. I'm more towards on farming, so I enjoy the most, do a looping, 3 turns, min turns, everything. So yeah, as much as the story can be progressed with my servant, I already satisfied. And I think for my servant is already in good shape. Only is that I worry about the what they call ORT. Spoilers for you guys. ORT in a Lost Belt 7. Hope it's viable for me to progress there. We shall see. And yeah, I think there's some servant that I will go all out. Some servant that I will just less prioritize. So I think that is one of the thing that's not changed. Another thing that is not changed is my gear. Towards do some videos maybe relating like video like this, or video anime figures, because I starting the journey of diecast review and anime figure review with some small budgets. Like I use a studio box, I use some small lighting that's not viable with my camera. I using my Sony A5000, which already about what 12-13 years already, and the sensor is still great. It's just that it's not really good on low light, so I need to support more lighting to help the camera for better details. So at the moment, I already invest in 2024. I invest on gear like lighting. I invest on lens. I bought new lens. Even though it's not the best, I bought Sigma f2.8 35mm. I think it's better. It's 1.6. I think the smaller one, the little brother of the Sigma lens. But the budget is not allow me to, so I decide to buy the f2.8 version. I think that is also really good, and I think maybe next for buy zoom lens. For zoom lens, I still using the kit lens. Even though it still is not the best, but is what thing for me is value is it have inbuilt optical image stabilization, the OSS. So I think that is very fortunate for kit lens. For third party lens, I think you need to invest more on the budget to get that kind of stuff. So yeah, Sigma have a good kind of lens, but they doesn't much have an image stabilization. So yeah, I think for now I will stay with my 3 lens. Have kit lens, the prime lens that from Sigma, and also I have a manual lens from TT Artisan. That one I use a lot for details, for close-up details for my anime figure. And yeah, I also bought the capture card to make my phone as a display, so it's have a bigger screen to review because manual lens is very hard to focus if you're not getting into right details because you control the focus light. So you need to have I think for me, I prefer a bigger screen to make sure that around all of the focus ring will be have a fully details. So yeah, that's I think that will not change for at the moment, because I want to invest on the studio box, like the bigger one, but I living in a small room, so like LED light for me is already viable for at the moment. Yeah, all of it in a big size, and I have a few, and maybe it's already been covered for review one small space, because you know the studio box have a large diffuser, and yeah, it's hard to be kept on a small space. So with LED it's easy to be keep, so I have a space to on my room to keep it. So I think yeah, I think it been okay for me. So that's I think two stuff that will remain unchanged. The things that I will upgrade is my PC, which I will show on a picture right now. This is already been progressed from time to time for my PC. Back in the day, I'm using very cheap casing, the Techwear M2 I think the name. I still have on the top of my drawer, my locker. I kept inside the box. It's very cheap. The quality is okay, but the airflow is not really good, so my PC really hot. And also I really cheap on first time I build on my own my PC back in 2019. And yeah, the airflow is not really good, and my fan is also cheap, so that is why I really cutting my budget on my first time I build my PC. So back in 2021, for 2 years after that, I decided to upgrade to dark flash casing, which right now the white color, I think the DLM21. And then I upgrade my fan also the same brand, iGo. Both my casing and my PC fan and the same brand, so it's already better, on a better condition for the airflow, on the temperature. And yeah, I decided to test to use RGB, so I have a RGB controller at the back of the case. So I think, and then after that I upgrade my CPU cooler, which I using Ryzen 5 2600. I still using. It's really in a solid position right now. It's just that maybe for a new title game could be hard, or maybe some heavy editing could be slower a bit. But as for me that do some minor or simple editing is still okay. And I also not really getting into a AAA games at the moment, cause I don't have a time, and the AAA game is expensive, so I decide to not to spend much unless they have a really good sales on a Steam, as for example. Maybe I will going to, but yeah, for me I waiting for Stellar Blade to go into PC. I don't have a console, so yeah, maybe for the next year we have a news for Stellar Blade to PC. Who knows, maybe I going into. So yeah, maybe at the time I will upgrade. So, and yeah, after I upgrade my casing, I upgrade my CPU cooler. Back at the time I use the stock cooler, the RAV Stealth. So I upgrade to ID cooling. The sound is a bit loud, maybe not much, but the cooling is really effective and I really enjoy. And I will using this for a long time, as long as I using the AM4 chipset, right? Because AM5 will be different, and I also not planning to get into AM5. So AM4 for me is already viable. And then I upgrade RAM. Before this I use HyperX, 4 gig times 2, like dual channel, so 8 gig, 2666 megahertz. And yeah, at the moment I already want to do a white theme around my case, so this is why I upgrade to, right now I have 16 gig, so dual channel 8x2, RAM made by PNY, RGB, white color. So yeah, it's already blend with my CPU cooler, my casing. And I think there's last year I upgrade my hard drive on the bottom of my case, which not see. Back in I using 1 terabyte hard drive made by Toshiba. Yeah, it's really good, but maybe yeah, it's already in life cycles at the end. So yeah, it's been 4 to 5 years. Maybe that is the time that I need to change. So glad that I have made to recover all the data before it's broke down. So right now I'm using WD Blue 2 terabyte, which already still not using half of it. So yeah, it still have a lot of space. I think that's the latest. I think the next one will be upgrade is my SSD. I using WD Green for boot drive. The SATA maybe by the time I already upgrade to my Acer. I bought Acer FA100. Yeah, it's a DRAM-less SSD, and I think that it's okay because it have a HMB technology, is TLC. I think it's okay. There is the problem if you have no DRAM on SSD and no HMB, so that's really worrying, especially if you do for a boot drive. So for me, I okay with it, and plus it's cheaper, NVMe, and that is Gen 3. I know Gen 4 is fast, but I decide go to Gen 3 because my motherboard is B450, so there's no relevant for me to go for Gen 4. It's still stuck on Gen 3 speed, so I decide go to Gen 3, and I will not need to use for the heatsink, right? So Gen 3 is still okay without heatsink. And yeah, I think for 2025 the nearest that I will upgrade is the SSD. And yeah, I think I will still using my motherboard ASRock B450M Pro 4, and also my Ryzen, right? So, and my power supply is made by VGA 500 watt. I think for 2025 will be the last I will using this kind of system. That is not that I will toss it away. I will maybe upgrade it to a better hardware, and maybe I will transfer to my old casing and maybe use high quality fan, everything, so it's maybe got better on the cooling. Plus I have my old small GPU that I still have. But in the day I using Gigabyte RX 570. I still keep it. At the moment I use Sapphire RX 6600. Most of my stuff is mid range, not a high end PC, so it's still already good for me. Yeah, in terms of for upgrade, it will be my PC, most of it. And for the downgrade, I think is figure, because of one is space, and number two is there's not much figure that for this year that I see for pre-order that interesting me a lot. I already invest a lot for 2023, so all of my figure have been arrived in 2024 for this year, except for one of figure that is Proto Merlin. Yeah, it's been delayed to March 2025. So yeah, some of the figure that I've been pre-order for 2024, hopefully everything will be released for 2025. I think not much, maybe for same volume. I think for this year 4 to 5. If I have an extra budget, maybe I go for the figure that I still looking, like for example Aniplex Valkyrie, the final set is Orlinde. I already have Hilda and Trat. So last final copy is Orlinde. and maybe I find Koyanskaya figure made by Flare. I think Aniplex is still expensive. Flare is the quality is okay, subsidiary of Alter, right? So maybe if I find a cheap version, maybe 14,000 yen, I think I will grab. Even right now, Ami for pre-owned, I found 16,000 yen is, I think is still high. So maybe I become a cheapskate right now. If I found cheaper, I want more cheaper, right? So yeah, I think for figure review, there's some figure that I still not reviewing yet because of time constraint. So some of the figure will be upcoming content for 2025, and also for, like I said, for pre-order it will be slowing a bit. Maybe not much expensive. Maybe yeah, just a normal 1/7, 1/6 scales. Because right now I think for OC characters like doesn't relate any kind of anime, it's already been good. So maybe I will invest in there somehow. Right now it's already have two, which is the Stewardess that have been released on the video, so check it out. And then another one is Nangong Yingtao made by Animaster for lower than 10,000 yen with that quality is really good. So yeah, OC characters with unknown brand figure, the figure brand like Animaster, Design Coco, Bear Panda, something, they already build up their reputation from time to time. So yeah, it will be have a lot of choice for people who like to buy a figures, like not just like Good Smile, Max Factory or something. So yeah, we have a lot of variants of price with a design, everything. So yeah, it's win for us to buyers, right? So I think yeah, for me that's about it for 2025. I think my plan, yeah, nah, for the things that unchanged, FGO content and my gear. For upgrade, it will be my PC stuff, and for downgrade, it will be a figure. Maybe I will try to do some kind of figure review that I not post back in the time. So I have all figures. Maybe I do some photography. Some of the figure that I review past, but the quality is low. But maybe I do a quick slide to my video, no, without any kind of review or something. Maybe yeah, I still thinking about it to add some content on my channels. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So share with me what's your plan for 2025. Hope you guys have a better year. My expectation for 2024 is better in terms of economy or something, but it is not. Even in my Malaysia currency, we have a spike, a really good spike of economy in growing, but somehow it's slowing a bit to the end of 2024. Hopefully it's going for better for 2025 for economy and yeah, our life, right? So yeah, so share with me what's your planning for 2025, how your journey for these years. So yeah, I will read it out, your comment. Yeah, like this video if you enjoy, subscribe to my channels. I will do as much as content I can do for 2025 and onwards. I have no regrets doing this thing for part-time. I really enjoy in a happy way. So hope you guys enjoy it too. So yeah, happy New Year's again. Happy New Year's, for happy 2025. See you guys next year. Ciao.